I did go on a couple of dates with a French guy.
Was he racist? I'm more scared that they fetishize.
When I was in the States, we called guys like this the rice chasers.
That isn't very nice. That's just saying we're eating rice all the time.
That's what we actually do.
I've always been the one that's more forward. The first time I noticed him was because he was very focused.
So just his heart working. Now he's like muscles or...
Actually, at the beginning, I thought he was gay.
Oh!
你是张学友？是不是鸡巴
？Welcome to our amazing talk show. Would you like to listen to the uncensored talk show?
Click the link in the description for our podcast.
Hello, I am Arno. 这真的不好啦。Hello, I'm Arno. 太假的啦。
认真一點 okay? We're gonna welcome a very important guest today who has been on the show like the third time.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm so nervous.
Hi, Sandra. 好久不见. You look lovely.
You do too.
If you enjoy this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also remember to turn on notifications and add us online.
Kimberley, I would like to introduce our new partner, AT 吉祥物. Dardo.
Hi, Kimberly.
Wow, 你看起来好像一只小动物。
Way cuter than the blonde Eko, right?
Oh, 对。我现在就去认识你吧。
让我们欢迎最可爱的 Kimberley.
I brought you guys presents, my album. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, so a lot of people thought I was topless, but it's very clear that I'm not topless. I mean, it's a shirt. It's the clothes. I mean,
and it's not the right position either.
Yeah, that's not my boobs.
But they knew what they were doing when they were
picking the clothes.
I'm actually very happy that you're here. You have to help me. 我一直被取笑，因为我的中文呢。
Oh, don't worry. 我到了15年，我也一样被取笑。When I first arrived here, I could not say anything. And I couldn't even write my name. And I would get into taxis. And I remember I had to go to this one building called Taipei Wasi. I would get in the cab and then I would tell the driver and then he would drive me to like Huashi. And then I'd be like, where am I? Why are there flowers everywhere? So I would call my dad.
And then you didn't even have like Google Maps back then.
No, back then, no, yeah. And so my dad would be like, okay, pass the phone over to the driver. So he'd be like, oh, 台北瓦斯啊，你不早说. And I'm like, God.
But he'll be fine because he's married to a Chinese girl.
Oh, that's easy. Then I was just about to say the second way that I learned Chinese was I dated a lot of Taiwanese boys.
Oh, do not say I did a lot of.
I didn't know because like no because like I really did because ever since I got to Taiwan I only dated local guys. I think except for one person. It has really helped. Especially when you're having those arguments. That's when it's like, whoa, I didn't know it was that fluent. How long have you been in Taiwan for?
For 3 years and a half.
Okay, 3.5 years.
你对法国人有刻板印象吗？ Because every country in the world has their opinion on French people. 我真的很好奇。你可以100% honest， 你完全不用担心。We're used to being.
I mean, I have heard the normal, you know, that French people are very flirtatious and all about the sex.
One thing I noticed, Arno, is he moves his like eyebrows a lot. Maybe that's one of the ways that French people flirt.
The eyebrows are like.
Yeah, very 离谱。我觉得亚洲人比较不会这样子。
I've been told like 我有点像一个卡通，我太浮夸了吧。
But how about like language-wise? Can you teach us some useful phrases that we can use when we want to flirt with someone in France?
What if we see like a handsome lad, a handsome guy? Yeah, there's a lad.
So I'm gonna be the girl approaching the guy.
I'll be drinking the coffee. I'm the dude. Yeah. And I'm like reading the newspaper.
I'll be like. Bonjour.
You are a girl.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to be girly. This is hard. 这很难。
你用中文讲话的音调就可以，因为你中文超级高。
We won't judge you. I promise.
Yeah.
Hey, 你在读什么？
大文，你以为我们叫你教我们中文，我们不会用中文课，还需要你教啊？我们自己就会讲中文，我们又是女的，叫你装成一个女的，然后用中文跟我们 flirt 呢？不可能吧？你在
怎么可以这样？
你在干什么？
对。Bonjour, monsieur.
Hello. Bonjour.
Pourquoi est-ce que vous lisez ce journal? Il y a quelque chose de bien plus intéressant devant vous.
你看到你吗？
哎，真的。
Ça te dirait pas de me lire comme un livre ouvert? 我这个很尴尬，我这样说你才有了吧？我刚刚说 ，Why are you reading newspaper for? There's something way prettier in front of you to read. Why don't you come back home and read me like an open book?
Read me like an open book.
Wow.
You filthy.
I thought it'd be more like, oh, what are you eating? That croissant looks really yummy. But you went.
But for you, like, how did your boyfriend like flirt with you for the first time?
Actually, so like, I've always been the one that's more forward. The first time I met him, it was very professional.
It's in a band, right?
Yeah.
Because like you had a gig with the band.
Right. Yeah. So the first time I noticed him was because he was very focused. He was like on the ground, like with like his head in like his like equipment. And I've always had a thing for
认真的人哦。
Yeah.
So just his heart working, not his like muscles or.
Yeah, or because he was bent over, he had a nice cake.
So actually, at the beginning, I thought he was gay.
Oh.
白痴哦，你是不是想到什么色色的？
哎，拜托，这很正常好吗？
你自己解释是什么地方？
哦，AmazingTalker 妹，1万名全球家教，100万名学生，而且还是台港最大。
而且还能先跟老师约一堂体验课，再决定要不要购买课程，连上课的时间、地点、内容都能自己决定的。
有选择困难，直接找我。不是，这个 AI 配对一下，帮你找到最合适的老师。
你真的死变态耶！但是啊，其他学科教你没有用，好不好？像是数学啦、国文啦、化学这些，就交给其他专业老师提供客制化的课程吧。帅的哦！
赶快点击留言啊，领取限时300元折价券呢！
白痴哦！
Okay, so it was because he had a friend who is his drum tech guy. They were talking about something and they were standing very close to each other. They were like laughing. They were like, ha ha ha. And they looked very happy. A lot more happier than the other people looked. So I was like,
Yeah.
And then when we talked very quickly, I knew that he was not. So then I was like, there you go.
You speak obviously English,
Yes.
and then Mandarin.
Yes.
Accents. I never really knew that you were from Australia. I was assumed that you were like one of the Cali.
That's like a problem that I have been facing. So when I talk to like my parents, I talk with an Australian accent. Like, hi, how are you? I would say Kimberley instead of saying like Kimberly. I think the Australian accent doesn't have the R. But I have my American accent because when I was 11, I moved to New York for 3 years. I had like an accent class because I was with a Korean company and they thought that my accent was a little bit hard to understand. So they hoped when I went for auditions, they would always ask for an American accent. So I've been trying really hard to get my default back to Australian.
Yeah, I get it. I never got the French accents.
You could, right?
Yeah, I kind of have a French accent like this.
Ah,
and
yes.
each time there is a transparent word.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did go on a couple of dates with a French guy once.
Was he racist?
No, not at all. He was super nice.
Oh, are you saying French people can be racist?
No. They won't be like racist in your traditional sense. I'm more scared that they fetishize. And they're like, oh, Asian women are na. And it's like, ugh, it's how, like, 可以不要这样子吗?
Yeah, when I was in the States, we called guys like the rice chasers.
Rice chasers.
That's kind of so mean, right?
That isn't very nice. That's just saying we're eating rice all the time.
That's what we actually do.
I mean, I love rice.
好，那我们就来试试看地狱口音，看我们大家听不听得懂哦。
Some fool stole my buggy at the Piggly Wiggly. Darn. Damn. Shit.
Some fool stole my something from
Who
the...
stole my buggy at the Piggly Wiggly? I grew up in the South.
我 personal favorite， 最后那个 shit，
Shit.
他就把那个母音变成双母音而已。
对，拉长那个。
哎，这个不就像我们中文说这种感觉吗？
Yeah.
会吗？真的会吗？
我说靠，你是假的啦！
我不能说，我觉得很尴尬。
So how would you say it if you just...
I'm too polite, I wouldn't say.
Oh, okay, all right.
I try to curse less. 这个要无家教的感觉。
Are you calling me 无家教？
I cuss a lot too.
Because I saw other people's reactions. I was like, oh, 这个我可以。
是因为你骂的不标准吧？ If you're like what cow, they're like what did you say?
你搞啥票 ？Like that's
Yeah,
你说干他吗？你说冲杀不是干他，你要干三奇怪，冲他。哎，这个把我逼掉，我也是有点觉得不好意思，对不起。
So funny.
好。
法式口音。
加油。
We all agree money can't buy happiness. After school, I went to India looking for happiness. Sitting on the beach in Goa, I realized I have happiness.
I know this one. They don't pronounce the H.
But what does he actually say?
Happiness.
Searching for happiness.
Happiness,
I went to India and I knew I had happiness.
Oh my god, because all I heard was I have a penis. I realized I have a penis.
You just don't do the H sound, right?
We take the H off where there's one and we add it where there's no H's. It's like, oh, I'm so hangry. And then like we say, oh, I'm so hungry. Happiness is happiness.
It's cute though.
I've seen the car smashed and I've seen the bloke walking back to the car. And so I've walked outside and I said, oh, what are you doing, mate? Like, you can't be leaving the scene.
I know this video. It's so funny. Yeah. There's this blonde guy and then he's talking about, see, I hear the Australian accent and it comes out. He's talking about this car smashing into his, it's like that bloke.
How do you do the R, like the O, or like a blow?
So like the American is like O and then the Australian is like O. There's no curl in your tongue. I owe it to you.
I owe it to you.
Yes.
Now you're turning 30. So how do you feel about turning 30?
I guess it's a blessing. There's a lot of things that I didn't have the balls to do when I was in my 20s. You know that time thing where it's like you only have like 10 years and 10 years is gonna feel like 5, so you better get going.
Get on that horse.
Yeah, get on that horse. I'm a vegan, I can't get on that. Get in the car. Because I started working very early and I never was able to go to university. And I felt like I always missed out on that. And then I got to like, 25, 26 where I was like, oh, I'm too old to go back now and be with like, undergrads and feel like really, really awkward. And now I actually really want to learn, whether it be about my craft, singing and performing. And I also do have interest in, a lot of philanthropy stuff. So like with caring for humans or animals, and I still want to figure that out. So I'm thinking, maybe I'll do that.
再讲回这个新专辑，
其实这张专辑 what we talked about is coexistence, and that is the theme for my album. Coexistence can be done within yourself. I mean, like you coexist with the bad stuff and the good stuff and the happy stuff, and then coexistence outside of your body is with the environment, the animals, different individuals that make up this planet.
So is there one song you would love to share with us?
Ooh, I think I'm gonna share Love Me More. Love Me More is something that I hope everyone can say to themselves, whether you're human or you're an animal. In the music video, we got to work with PETA. PETA gave us footage of animal suffering. It was so hard for my director to edit it. And we really wanted to portray and convey this strong message in Love Me More's music video.
Can you sing a bit for us?
Ooh, okay. Lived in the shade of the picture you painted, 隐隐衬托你的鲜艳，不完美的果实等人间，受伤再小就一定甜，完美不完美有什么好争辩
You sound like a very different person when you sing.
Oh really?
I'll tell you that. Like your voice is 比较厚.
It's a little lower. I think it's also because my voice is naturally low, but because of like learning Chinese and then being labeled as like a very cute, sweet person. When I first started working and I came out, the people I worked with would be like, 你要讲话高一点哦. Hi, yeah.
But also because you were a lot younger.
I was a lot younger. It would look funny if I was like, hey everybody. Yeah, it's a little weird.
又来到我们的游戏时间啊！今天的游戏是中文歌曲猜猜猜，让我们现场唯一中文比较不好的阿诺来唱经典华语。看我跟 Kim 嘿谁会猜比较多？但我觉得你会唱歌啊。
Maybe I have a bit of ability, but 完全没有练习过。
没关系 ，We had Eko before.
常常向你说你远处见识在你的心里，
王心那个爱你王心。
哦，我觉得他蛮厉害，可以。
我觉得不错，有抓到关键字。
这车水马龙声音，修宁愿年岁优美，眼睛。
你是张学友啊？什么鸡巴？
我知道我的歌，没什么大不了。
等一下，那个歌词里面怎么会有鸡？
没有几百个理由。
哦，几百个那个，我听他说有鸡巴，我想说，你想你的歌里面我没有听过有鸡巴。
那你这里领先了。
我知道，这也太快了。
下一个你应该会，就是你的年代。
我的年代好 ，OK。
我愿意海边后跟码头，总是等着我无法置信种溃疡。
我的真的朋友，普通朋友啊，有 ，catching up。
天哪，这个很坏，跟 Kimberley 要唱歌真的很。Okay, I gotta give it my all. 什么潮都吹了去，其实我成为
不是因为天气晴朗才爱你。当然喽，我们还访过他们嘞。
我觉得你唱歌的那个，我觉得你的中文比你想象中的好。
哦，不行，不能这样跟他说，他会太骄傲。你的中文比你想象中的差，但你的唱歌不错。
At least let me have one win.
加油！
He's about to cry. Yeah, he's fine. He just has bigger eyes.
I'm a strong, independent woman, okay?
He just has bigger eyes. Bye everybody.
Bye everybody.
谢谢大家，谢谢
for coming and thank you.
不敢相信，
我们合开的雅思高校冲刺班开始招生了。
你可以呢从中体验到学习英文的乐趣，还有挑战。
想要一次雅思就7.0以上吗？
需要2个月密集练习官方的考试教材，
而且还有我提供的写作的模板 ，Sandra 客制化口说风格，
还有独家解题秘诀，
直接压缩1半阅读时间。
分数呢直接从3到4分跳到6到7分是有可能的。赶快按下方链接领取免费体验卷，
直接来跟我们对话，让我们亲自告诉你什么叫做高级的秘诀。
AmazingTalker 正在增财哦！
只要你对影片有热忱，从企划到剪辑，绝对都有适合你的岗位。
加入最可爱有趣的创作团队吧！心动不如马上行动，现在就点击资讯栏的链接吧。
I have a technique if you want to know somebody's gay or not.
Ask them.
No, and if you don't want to ask, yeah, you know, there's a gay dating app called Grindr, and they have a notification sound that's only for that app. So you just go on YouTube and you play the notification sound. And if they turn around like that, that's how you know they're gay.
Oh wow, you are very smart.
No, it's my gay friends who taught me.
But the thing is, what if you do that? Then he'll be like, why would you?